You know, if Republicans keep standing up for themselves, if they actually start not being the habitual pushovers that most of us have become completely accustomed to seeing, the liberal media, they're going to have to stop inviting them on their program. And I have to wonder if they do that, if any of the victims of these networks would even notice that only friendly fellow propagandists come on anymore. My guess is that no, they wouldn't. But here's where we're at. The smarter Republicans, people like Marco Rubio, Josh Hawley, Tom Cotton, Elise Stefanik, those folks are done playing games with these state-approved hacks. And Marco Rubio just went on Meet the Press last weekend, and he shot back so hard that they had to end the interview early.
Will you accept the election results of 2024 no matter what happens, Senator?
No matter what happens? No, if it's an unfair election, I think it's going to be contested by either side.
Senator, no matter who wins.
I think you're asking the wrong person. The Democrats are the ones that have opposed every Republican victory since 2000. Every single one. It's Hillary Clinton.
No Democrat has refused to concede. Hillary Clinton conceded. Senator, will you accept the election results?
Hillary Clinton said the election was stolen from her and that Trump was illegitimate. Kamala Harris agreed.
Senator,
we have Democrats now.
Senator, she conceded the election. She said that She said that Trump was illegitimate. She said that the election had been stolen. Kamala Harris agreed. By the way, there are Democrats serving in Congress today who in 2004 voted not to certify the Ohio electors because they said those machines had been tampered with. And you have Democrats now saying they won't certify 2024 because Trump is an insurrectionist and ineligible to hold office. So you need to ask them. I think have you ever asked a Democrat this question on your show? I bet you've never asked a Democrat that question.
There is zero chance that she would ever ask a Democrat that question. I mean, the truth is she probably wouldn't even think to ask a Democrat that question. I mean, earlier she said Hillary conceded the election, even though Hillary to this day will tell you that the election was stolen, that Trump is a Russian plant, and he was an illegitimate president from the very start. So if that's conceding, then by that exact same measurement, then Donald Trump conceded as well, right? I mean, the guy that they tell you that if he ever gets anywhere near the White House again, he'll never leave. He actually left. And of course he left because all this is fantasy. This is all made up. But back to the point. No, she will never, ever ask a Democrat that question. And there will be Democrats who absolutely refuse to accept a Trump victory. I mean, they're already planting the seeds of Russia. Russia, again, is going to meddle in our elections to get rid of feckless leadership, right? And just do the math. How does that even make sense to these people? What evil nation that plans to take advantage of the United States would ever work against Joe Biden? Joe Biden is an enemy's freaking wet dream. But this is what they're selling.
I do have to ask you about Russia. Do you think they're going to intervene in our election again? Do you worry about that? Do you worry?
They're already intervening in our election. I mean, that is happening now. And others probably are also engaged in that. It's going to be absolutely critical that you all in the media help the American people writ large to be able to understand the disinformation and what is happening. It is really at a level that is deeply, deeply disturbing.
Here's all this is, man. When the Democrats lose, it's going to be 2016 all over again. It's going to be Russia or China or who knows who it's going to be, right? Someone else will be responsible for a Democrat loss. It won't be record homelessness. That won't be to blame. It won't be record illegal immigration to blame. It won't be rising crime. It won't be any of the things that are real. The Democrats have absolutely screwed up in every single possible way. It won't be any of that. It'll be some evil foreign nation manipulating our elections. And I mean, it's so ridiculous to even say, right? But honestly, I don't know how Republicans are missing this opportunity to push ID verified voting on paper ballots in person. If we want to stop the Russians, that is the only way. Vote in person, vote on paper, have an ID. Let's stop the Russians together, right? I mean, that's the only way. But that's where we're at, man. I mean, if Trump wins, it's a crime. If Biden wins, it'll be the second consecutive most secure election in history. And I'll keep going, guys, but please help the channel continue to grow. Hit the like button. It really, really, really does mean a lot.